everybody, it's me, Pam, Dragon Moon Creations. Welcome back to my channel. I have made another vertical paper bag mini album out of the paper pad called Dark Romance by DCWV. I've had this for a very long time. Let me see if it has a date on it. 2013. I had cut into the paper before, so some of it was cut already, but I still had, oh my goodness, lots of pages, and I still have lots of pages in it right now. And that's where I cut a circle out. I still have these little pieces. This is the bag I'm going to put all of it in when I'm done. I have these pieces, and then I put the cut-aparts in the Celebrated bag of them. And the cut-aparts, most of them I had already backed on black cardstock, so they're ready if I want to do another album. I had cut some pieces of black and gold and this color right there, whatever that is. I used that. I used the piece that I cut with this die right there. I used some of each of these black bling. At somewhere in the album I have used this stuff. I used these doily dies right here, these small doily dies. That's where that one came from. You can't see it in there. Yeah, you can kind of see it in there. And I used one of these right here out of this die. I used one of my circle dies from Diamond Dies, and I used my clock, which is called Timekeeper. I used that for the front. So that's what I used. Oh, and I used this right here, this die right here, this greenery die. So, I showed you what I've used. I used black cardstock, and I used a cereal box for the cover, and this is what it looks like. I have used this die before on the front of my Frozen album. I will tell you now, this is not what I wanted this to. This is not how I envisioned it. It isn't that I didn't want it to look this way. I did not envision it this way. Also, I used at least a little bit of all of these washies. I'm utilizing my washi. I used, this used to look like this. Painted it black. I had gold paint and just rubbed my finger in it and rubbed it across the top, and then put Mod Podge on it. This one is, it looked like this. You know, only this one's bigger. Did the same process on that. It worked out really well. I like it. I like the way it turned out. And then I cut the paper for the center of the clock, and I put the clock hand on there and glued them down at this time so I could put this up here. This was an afterthought. That's not supposed to be on there. This was an afterthought. I said I need something else. This was an afterthought, and this definitely was, but I like the way that ended up looking. I used this corner punch on my pages, and this is that Dress My Craft Sweet. That's what it's called, Sweet Corner. And I used that throughout the book, and I used my 1-inch circle punch. All right. I may have to use my little props things here. So I did not use those in my book. But anyway, I used this on the sides. On the corners, I didn't need to. It didn't crack, but I just thought it added a little something to it. And the back is the butterfly, the dark butterflies. And I like the skull, the glitter skull right there in there. All right, let's open it up. Like I said, it's the same, basically it's the same thing that I did last time, but different paper. I did a few things differently. So it's called Dark Romance. This was a cut apart from the paper collection. I did not do anything except to the front of these little photo mat pieces. Get that in there. There's one of these in every like I said, there's one of these in every pocket in the album. This I cut the photo mat, and I left this kind of open for the picture to go under if it needs to. There's those, I don't know, there's those dies again. I cut one of my diamond dies I used and cut a paper out to put in the center of it. And these are from the Tim Holtz Snippets pack. This one, Snippets. Both of these letters and that. This is a cut apart from the collection. These letters are the Tim Holtz like mini type. I used them on another one. Ideology label letters. That's what those are. And I named it after the name of the paper line. A little bit of bling right there. This opens up, and this is a cut apart from the collection. I used a die, cut it in half, and put it on each end. Used one of those leaf vine right there. This is a cut apart from the collection. I backed it so it could be journaled. And this, I didn't want to do anything too much, so I just put a belly band, this is a cut apart from the collection. This is cut apart from one of the pieces of paper, and I made that just a little belly band and a journaling spot. And each of them have these, and this is from the paper collection, and I just cut the paper, and I have a stamp that makes those little dotted lines on it. Let's see if I can actually get that back in there. The trick is to get it in the front and not the back and crosswise. Yep, couldn't do it. Just gonna lay it down. All right, turn it over, and this page I used a little bit of that black vine stuff, and this is the photo mat for that one. Another one of the doilies that I cut out of gold. And again, punched the circle, used my diamond die circle punches and punched a circle to put in the center of that one. This is a cut apart from the collection with a tiny little piece of that gold vine. This has a paper clip. My Sweetheart came from the Tim Holtz Ideology clippings sticker book. Some bling. A piece of metal from Butterbee Scraps that I got a long time ago. There's some washi tape, and it comes up out of there like that, and inside of that is a photo mat with a journaling spot. And it just kind of just go like this down in there. And then this goes over like this. And this is a cut apart from the collection, and that's on the other side of the little round paper clip. Journaling on the back. And then 2 photo mats. Black, but I backed it with craft because the paper was so dark. And then this is the photo mat for this one. It matches over here. I mean, the tag insert for the bag. Okay. All right. I think we're getting to where I can actually... This is a cut apart from the collection with the little bling. I just glued it down flat because I didn't want it to interfere with this over here. Another photo mat and some of that vine. Like I said, these little booklets are all the same. I didn't do anything except on the front, because they get pretty thick if you mess with them too much. This, I like the skull, so I didn't want to cover it up. So I made a tiny little belly band right there, and that is from the collection. A cut apart from the collection. And then a little envelope, and I have washi tape right here and a little piece of paper from the collection. And inside is a very tiny little, with a skull and journaling on the back. And it goes in there like that. That opens up, and there's photo mats, and I left this blank because I thought the paper was pretty. And then this is opposite of this one, and I like the paper there. And then this tag is the one for this page. Okay, I like this page. Like I said, these bags are not even. I don't know. It doesn't matter what you do to them. A little more washi tape right there, and that's that photo mat booklet cut apart from the collection. I backed it with black cardstock, popped it up on some foam tape, put a little bling in the corner, and that's another one of those doily dies, and with a little bit of the paper cut out for the center. And this is another cutout from the collection, and I put a little bling here. There's 3 tags in this little pocket, and they are all back to where you can journal on them. And I just put them in there like that, and that, and open it up. I left this blank. I wanted to put some like maybe gold photo corners here, but I couldn't find any. I don't even have a die that makes photo corners. But here's a photo mat and a journaling spot. And then this is the tag for that one. And this paper, I cut it down to make a photo mat. It's bigger. It's like almost a 6 by 6. And this one, this is a pocket that I made from a piece of the collection. This is the collection that I cut apart, and I backed it with black cardstock and made a little pocket. Used one of those the black doilies and the gold leaf thing. And then this is from a cut apart from the collection that I made a journaling spot. Get those in there. And then this one is the paper, the photo mat booklet for that one. This is also from the cut apart from the collection, and as is this, the tag. Now the tag had like a strange wide place to open it for a ribbon. I didn't have that kind of punch, or I didn't know how to do it, so I just put bling on it and put a journaling spot on the back of it. Open that up. This is another cut apart from the collection that I backed on black cardstock, as is this is a cut apart from the collection that I backed on black cardstock, and then I put the craft on the back for more journaling. That is a journaling spot. It has line. This is open all the way through, so it's not too tight. This was also a cut apart from the collection, and it kind of matched down here. So I put a little, this like pearl bling right there, and left it open so I could put a little piece of tea-dyed paper folded up in there, because see, it just looks like just looked like it should have a note in there. And then this is the paper from the collection, and that's where I got that little card that was over here. It was in them. Close that up. And this is the one piece that I did cut out of the graphic 45 die that came with the tag die set. This is a cut apart from the collection. I just backed it with black cardstock, put some bling on it, made a little tag, used my tab punch, and put some bling on that, and made a journaling spot on the back. And that's open like that. This is also a cut apart from the collection, and I put the bling on it and made it to hold this tag. And it's journaling on the back. Goes all the way through like a belly band. Open up. Photo mats here and here because the paper was kind of dark and busy. And I like the skull paper. And this was a cut apart from the collection that I backed on black cardstock, and I just stuck it down. It doesn't do anything. And that's that one. And then open it up, and the last page. I'm going to stick this back under here. And there is very dark paper, and there's the shiny gold trailing leaf again. That, and of course, they, like I said, they all open up. And this right here was another one of those doilies in the gold. Put the little piece in the center. This is the butterfly, the clock face, and this number. That is from the Tim Holtz Snippets pack. This I cut out with the dies that I showed you, and then I put that there, and you could use like chalk marker for that one. And then I did the waterfall. I did not do anything on the back, but I did use, in every separation in the waterfall, I used the washi tape. I used the polka dots, I used the little chevron, and then I used the chevron that went the opposite way, and then I just alternated until I got to the back, right there. Okay. All right. That is my Dark Romance, which was the name of the paper pad. I just love the little doilies on that page. My Dark Romance vertical paper bag mini made with Michael's black paper bags. The Celebrate It. The size is 4.5. Wait a minute. The 4 5/8 by 2 7/8 by 8 5/8. That's the size. It's the bigger ones. And I like the way it turned out. It was a surprise. Like I said, this was not my intention for this cover, but I really like how it turned out. And thank you all for watching. I don't know when I will be back on here. This took me a while because I took a couple of days off. Had doctor and all that stuff. Thinking, I haven't selected my next paper pad yet, but I'll probably let you know when I do. I'll probably start on it a little bit and then show you my paper pad. I think I'm going to use those small paper bags because I think I'm going to do a 6x6 pad instead of 12x12 because I have lots of those too that are underutilized or non-used at all. All right. Well, thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day or evening whenever you're watching this, and I will talk to you later, and I really appreciate you watching. Bye-bye.